Shuckalaka kapow! How's it going, old schoolers? You're kicking it old school at Russell J.S, and I'm your host, Russell J.S. Now, you've seen me do video where I showed you my electronic handheld game collection. Well, I want to do a video that's sort of similar to that, except I want to show you my favorites out of all of them. I mean, I've been on the bend collecting from YouTube. Just buying from YouTube to, have a collection of this piece of nostalgic greatness that came from my childhood. And, I did show you the video of the collection that I had so far, and coming soon, I hope to have a few more to add to the collection because I got to add to my shelf. You see this shelf right here? It's going to be differently themed, each shelf. Right up there where you see the Blues Brothers and the Darth Vader mug and some of the New York Yankees stuff, that's going to be the Kiss shelf. I'm going to have this where you see all the Pac-Man stuff and you see Yoda. I'm going to have this be the New York Yankees shelf. And where you see Kiss currently right now with a couple versions of Space Invaders, that's going to be my all 80s shelf. And then, like some other things for this shelf as well. I don't know. I'm thinking of it as I go along. But what I want to go ahead and show you is which of my handheld electronic games are my favorites. And remember, if you're new to the channel, hit a like, subscribe, leave comments down in the box below, ring the bell for notifications, and, enjoy. Help build the community. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your work colleagues and your college roommate, your pets, everybody about the channel. Let's build up a following. And without further ado, let's check these bad Oscars out, shall we? Right here, they were sitting right behind me. They're laying here on the bed. And of course, it's been nearly 2 months since we lost Adam the Woo, and we are still feeling that. My condolences to his friends and family. Now, here we go. My favorite of all my handhelds. This blast-off handheld pinball game from 2005 that I once had. I bought brand new at Radio Shack, and I seem to have lost it. And I got another one years later right off of, this is my second one, right off of eBay. I wouldn't be surprised if this is my original blast-off pinball. But yeah, it's hours of fun. It keeps your score recorded and everything. Another one that's my favorite here is this Star Wars shaking pinball. And, you can see R2-D2 and C-3PO in the play field. And again, this one, it keeps record of your score. You just hit the, you hit the button right there. And then you hit this. And then you just hit one of these buttons, which would be your flipper. And it's real fun to play. Another one right here that's one of my favorites is this Basic Fun. Now, a lot of these, they're either reissues or they're remakes of the, reissues or, more modern remake. This Asteroids game, it does not look like the Asteroids game that you would see, on Atari 2600 or 5200 or in the arcade. It kind of has like that Vectrex kind of background to it. It has the sound effects and everything. And it also keeps your score. And then this was probably the third one that I bought when Basic Fun brought all those exclusives to Walmart. Now we're going to be moving in once again to more recreation territory. Basic Fun's version of Mattel Electronic Football. Anybody that was a young kid in the late 70s or early 80s knows this game very well. Like it lights up and everything. Well, batteries are kind of dead right now. I'll have to replace the batteries. But yeah, I can remember this one right here. My older cousins had it. And I can remember I was like 3 or 4 years old. I'd look over their shoulder and they'd kind of turn away so I couldn't see what it was. So, yeah, I do remember they had electronic baseball and they had football, car racing, and hockey and basketball. And then now we're going into Tiger handheld territory. Space Fight. I always seem to notice that there's a lot of space games. You're this little ship right here, and you got all kinds of shuttles coming in and trying to blast at you. You know, it's like ever since Star Wars had come out, you know, they've been making more, you know, and then they came out with the Star Trek movies. They came out with a lot of games based around space battles. And I guess, I mean, they could have put Space Wars here instead of Space Fight, but I guess George Lucas might have even had a hand in that. But then again, maybe not, because what brings us, and these also record your scores too. And now, this is where I say maybe George Lucas didn't really have a hand in it, is Electronic Sub Wars. This was one of the first Tiger handhelds I ever got as a kid. And the thing about these Tiger handhelds, just like any handheld electronic game in its day, you know, pre-Game Boy, they were good for what they were. I mean, these Tiger handhelds, they didn't have the best of graphics. I mean, you could see just the background screen and, you know, I mean, and the whole purpose is find enemy subs and blow them up. There you got your, you know, your radar, and you got your what do you call it? You got your thing right there, your target to blast the enemy submarines. And this again, these also, I mean, that's what was great about these LCD games, was how they kept your score. And they weren't the best in, you know, graphics. It was almost like a glorified calculator, but it was great for what they are. And like I said before, I always preferred to get the more off-brand of Tigers than, say, you know, oh, Double Dragon or Carnove or Altered Beast, or, you know, and then whatever movie or TV show tie-ins they had, which here's a movie tie-in. Batman 89. In this, you're Batman battling thugs on a rooftop in Gotham City, trying to get to the Joker and defeat the Joker. And, you know, and once again, I mean, this is a fun game to play too. I mean, I got this for Christmas when I was 11 years old. I mean, that was that one Christmas in 1989 where I had Ghostbusters and Batman everything at the time. I can remember even my parents trying to get me the Toy Biz Batman action figure line, but the only thing that they had available at the stores, because people were buying it all up, that Batman was so popular, was the Batmobile and Bob the Goon. But I also got this game as well to go with my Batman collection. Now, here we are, we're moving around another LCD, but this one is a little bit more, you know, bulkier. You've seen this before. I found this at an antique store in North Fort Myers, my talking pinball wizard. This is also a fun thing to play too. I was looking these up on eBay, and I paid $15 and change for this at the antique store, and I put batteries in it, and it played well. And and I also made the video when I first got it. It's a fun game to play. It also keeps your score, and it even has a switch to, you know, turn the sound off, and an earphone jack. You know, I mean, Nintendo probably got that idea. But I've played this for you, and you got the bumpers, the lights, they light up, and then you got all the LCD stuff on there, the LCD flippers. I mean, I looked on eBay, out of the package like this, you're going to be paying the same price, which I think this retailed back in 1988. This retailed for, I want to say, it retailed for, I think $16, and I got it for, you know, no, I think $18 brand new, and I got this for 15 and change. I still say it's a steal. I don't care what anybody thinks. I mean, to me, I'm happy. And I found these in the box brand new on eBay. They're asking like $35 to $50. So, you know, if you go on eBay, you want one of these, go ahead, try and get one of these. I mean, these are really awesome. Now we're moving on to the tabletop mini arcades of the early 1980s. This one I bought off on eBay for about $72. It's Galaxy 2. But if you look right here, Hold on. Let me go ahead and demonstrate how this looks. See, there's the demo screen right there. It's backed. You got the screen that's maybe pixelated lighting to make the animation. But, you know, it's by Epoch, which I think these retailed, you know, I think for about $50 back in 1982. And then you just start the game. And what it is, it's kind of like a Galaxian or Galaga kind of ripoff. But still, hours of fun to play until you wear out the battery. You know, and one of the things I like is I like how this screen, the screen's way down in here. It's almost like a magnifying glass, kind of like some of the old arcade machines from back in the day. Okay, moving on. We're coming to the last, but certainly not least, the number one. This is actually my number one favorite out of all of them because I got it as a Christmas present when I was 4 years old. This isn't my original one. This is another. But I got this as a Christmas present from one of my aunts. And it was actually my first time playing a video game. My Coleco Tabletop Pac-Man. I mean, now everybody, you knew that there was somebody, if you were a kid or a pre-teenager growing up in the early 1980s, like 1982, maybe you and some other kids had one of these. I mean, they sold them in Pac-Man, Ms. Pac-Man, Donkey Kong Jr., Galaga, and I think Zaxxon and some others. I mean, there was only, and Frogger, yeah, Frogger. Because I guess there was only so much copyrighted in licensing that Coleco was able to snag. But everybody that's ever, you know, had one of these, you know how it starts out. I'm not going to go ahead and play the game, but I'll do the demo. You know, it's just the same thing as Pac-Man, but except instead of collecting fruit as you accumulate points, all you do is just avoid the monsters in the maze and make sure you collect power pellets so you could stop them from getting in your way. The only thing is that these kind of games right here and Galaxy 2 and, you know, the electronic baseball, they don't record the score. Some record scores and keep your score, but some don't. But you know what? Still, all in all, they were always fun to have. Well, at any rate, you know, I'm also getting ready to make another video. I got another album versus album, track by track in the works. I'm not going to do it tonight, however, but I am going to probably get it. Maybe I'll do it later on tonight when I get home. And, oh, you want to go ahead and say hi to somebody. Hey, Ollie, want to say hi, buddy? Look. Look right here, buddy. Buddy. Ollie doesn't know what to think of all this. He doesn't know he's becoming a star. But yeah, it's my little fur buddy, Ollie. He's a mix of, I think, terrier and pug. He's a rescue dog. And I think, you know, he's not really keen on being around people. He'll be friendly, but he's not really big on people all that much because he was abused. And I don't even want to say what I'd like to do to the original owners of Ollie. But that will do it. Remember, if you are new to the channel, you know what to do. Hit a like, subscribe, leave comments in the box down below. And from the bottom of my heart, I thank all of you who have subscribed to my channel. And I'm going to be making as many videos as I possibly can. And, you know, it's just that I've been so busy lately with work and things like that. I wish I could make videos more often, but, you know, sometimes, I mean, I have videos planned, and then what happens is, you know, something comes up and I can't do the video. But at any rate, this is your old pal, Russell J.S. I want to wish you and your family to keep it real, keep it fresh, keep it chill, keep kicking it old school, keep playing old school video games, keep listening to old school music, keep watching old school movies and television shows. Keep it fresh, get you enough of love, get you enough of peace, get you enough of tranquility, get you enough of no chaos, less chaos, get you enough of less drama, no drama. get enough of anything that your heart truly desires. And remember, keep kicking it old school. And as always, I want to wish you all Godspeed. May the force be with you always. And shakalaka kapow. Here we go. Woo!